Welcome to my Week 5 group assertion posting. My name is jvincent, and tonight I'd like to discuss the problem of media violence and its negative effect on developing minds. Violence is everywhere. Is it on television, social media, and right under our noses in our communities and sometimes, sadly, in our home? We live in a world full of violence, some glamorized, some trivialized, and some warranted. But the debate concerning the effects of media violence on the brains of developing children is nothing new. The most extensive study of violence in U.S. television was a National Television Violence Study conducted from 1994 to 1998. They collected 2,700 hours of television programming per year for 3 years, sampling from 23 television channels randomly over a 20-week period. In the report, 5 elements were identified that, in concert, would result in a high-risk portrayal. The violence is realistic to the viewer. The victim faces at least minimal consequence. The violence is unpunished. The violence seems justified, and the individual understanding the violent act is an attraction. The study found that a higher percentage of children's programming contained violence over violent programs, as well as almost 3 times as many violent acts when compared with programming not targeted to children. This study is highly provocative and gives countless numbers of examples of media-based violence in influencing the minds of our youngest citizens. Even worse is the fact that violence seems to be more commonly equated with humor nowadays than it does with tragedy. Bandura, Ross, and Ross, in their 1963 study, found that children who viewed live violent acts or televised violent acts tended to imitate these actions and engage in more violent images and actions themselves. And that was back in the 60s. Fast forward to our modern era, and violent images can be pulled up on our smartphones, on our latest game app, and in social media. We live in a society infused with violence. In a study done in 2008 by Murray, he identified 1,945 research articles over the last 50 years that had to do with the effects of television on the mind. Of all of these articles, 600 focused on the issue of violence according to the study. The proof is in the research itself.